And you've kind of lost your mojo a bit over the last year, you did?
Yeah, I had a very bad... I mean, I should have taken myself off the TV, but I didn't. And actually, I was going to the studio, coming home, staying home. I didn't actually... I mean, listen, there are worse things in the world, but I had health issues, and I had the depression, and I didn't realise... I always thought, get over yourself. And I should have known my mum died of it. But I thought it was something you could do. But it exists. And anybody out there who's suffering... Trust me, I didn't want to put one foot in front of the other outside the house. But for a couple of really good friends, David Williams was brilliant. He has kept me going. And a couple of other friends, Prem Merrill, who's not in the business. But so I should have really said, I had a bad breakup, and then I had health issues, and I thought, you know what? I want to withdraw. But you know what this business is like?
You have to keep going, and if you don't work, you don't get paid. You know, it comes down, it's as simple as that.
Well, fortunately, I've been quite sensible. So the money wasn't the main thing. It was letting people down who had the series going. So we did like 3 series of In It to Win It up until the last one, when people were going, what's wrong with him? He looks ill. And I didn't look great.
But Dale, to be going out and doing those happy game shows, and then you go back to your room or whatever and just feel bleak, that must have been a really
Never understood. I mean,
transition.
anybody that had it, if you've never had it, you don't understand it. But if you've had it, oh my God, it really exists. And I thought, people going, come on, get out. And I didn't want people going, can we come out? And I would not leave the house. So 5 years.
So how have you recovered from it then, Dale?
I've totally got through it because I had health issues. It was triggered by a very bad breakup with a relationship. God, I can't off-pick them bad.
Oh, me too. You should be a loose woman, honestly.
The ones I like are never around, and I like... People are amazed at my taste. I like them if they've got not a tooth in their head, big fat thing. If a man's got a beard and he's over 45, I'm there. Tattoos. And listen...
I'm just scanning my audience.
Well, if they've got emotional problems, I can make that last for 10 years. I mean, seriously.
Well, why do you think that is? I mean, we were having a chat earlier on about our dads and the effect our dads had on us and whether or not that had an impact on the men that we chose in our lives. Why do you think you make these choices?
I think it's because... Do you know, honestly, it's this very superficial thing to say. I think it's lust. It's who you fancy. You see someone... If you don't fancy them within a couple of dates... I don't think you ever will.
Yeah.
And yet people tell me that if you... Someone said, a girlfriend said to me the other week, she said, you know, I'm really happy now, and I didn't fancy him when I met him. They're married. And I said, well, what happened? He said, well, I persevered. She said, I persevered, and I realised it's time I went from trouble boys to nice guys.
The compromise moment.
I can't do the nice guys.
But you need to go out.
I can't do that. You know, I mean, if they're mean and nasty, and it, you know, a bit...
Love it, I dig it, I proper dig it.
Well, and we always got double dates. I'll pick one for you, although maybe you've already found one, I don't know. And you'll have to pick one for me.
Is he that fit, is he, Dale?
And listen, I'm not going to say any more. I'm going to check my phone when I get off set, and if he has said I can... I mean, do you really want to meet someone new?
Well, is he nice?
She's on dating sites at the moment.
Yeah,
she's a good time.
But how do you do that? Because I can't go on. I don't do social media. There's no Facebook. There's no social media. There's no Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat. I don't do any of them because no good comes of it. And it makes me laugh. All these people are... Yes, thank you. And you're going to think I'm a mean person here, but... There are about 12 people pretending to be me on Facebook.
There is.
And about 12 on Twitter. And I get some wry pleasure out of thinking some moron is writing to another moron who's pretending to be me. And you know what? They're so nasty.
Yeah. So would you not use dating sites? Because that
Well, the
seems so
trouble
evident.
is, if you put your picture on there, with all due respect, I'm quite well known. So the minute you see the picture... I mean, A, it's desperately unattractive to another gay man to find a guy in show business who's high profile. It's not good. It's not attractive. And I get that. Nobody wants a camp over 60-year-old man.
No. Who is beautiful and with the kindest heart. Don't be silly. Well, don't be silly, Dale. You're being silly.
You sound like my therapist.
Do you know, being on Loose Women, it is like having therapy. This is what
You've said that this morning.
Well, I watch it all the time, and I see you girls, I'm thinking... How great to have a show where the girls... And, of course, the audience... When I made that comment about social media, you were all with me because you understood what I meant. And I love that because debate... I've got myself into such trouble with my opinions lately.
Yeah.
Apparently on social media, I know they've said the most terrible things about me. I've been misquoted left, right and centre.
Yes.
But by not taking yourself into it, I don't see it. People tell me, did you hear what someone said? And one person wrote and said, he is a fat, talentless, shirt-lifting puff. And I went, and we see you're going, and I went, so?
Yeah.
I am a puff, I am a shirt. I mean...
But you're not talentless, in fact.
No, but the thing is like a very clever person once said to me, would you go out to the bus stop in the front of your house and ask somebody, what do you think of me?
Yeah.
And what do you think I'm doing? No, of course you wouldn't.
And also, as well, Dale, the whole thing with, you know, Twitter and all this sort of stuff, I had it recently and I was so tempted to tweet back to these people and say, look, I really don't mind you bitching about me, but can you do it the old-fashioned way and do it behind my back? You really don't need to include me on the conversation with
but you
this.
see, Andrea, today we live in a world where I'm sorry, but my other thing, now you're going to hate me. I can't be doing with this political correctness. It drives me nuts. And, thank you. And
wait a minute, you don't know what he's going to say yet.
You can't say this, you can't say that. I'd rather have someone tell me what they think of me than think, oh, I can't call him that because it's politically incorrect.
Yeah.
No, and what happened to sticks and stones can break... Where's your spirit? Where's your... You've got to have that competition in you. You've got that chutzpah. It makes you strong. If everybody's equal and everybody's pussyfooting around...
Just click here to watch more interviews with a whole range of famous faces. And click here to subscribe. It's free, so you'd be silly not to, really.
It's an absolute dream come true to be doing the jobs that I'm doing, especially as an X Factor reject. Do you know what I mean? Like I should have been gone long ago. No, but I know exactly where I come from. So to be doing my own show is amazing. And yeah, this first week has very much been what works,
It's got a
what
bed
doesn't
in.
work.
Find it.
Yeah, it's like the teeth. It's like the teeth.
I just like to. The teeth are beautiful, by the way.
Thanks, both.